And he drives it in, walking in, he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first blood.
Teresi gets a shot away, scores! 4-4.
Lachlan going to the net, shoots, and he scores!
And towards Cox, Cox gets a shot away, Davis makes the save. No, it's in! It's in! First over the lead!
Live from O'Brien Group Arena in Melbourne, this is AIHL TV. The 2017 regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Borealis are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
And welcome to the O'Brien Group Arena here in Melbourne, Victoria, for this AIHL clash between the Melbourne Mustangs and the Adelaide Adrenaline. So both teams, we had to have a little bit of a shortened opener because we had some technical difficulties coming into this one, but two different storylines. The Adrenaline's coming off a 5-1 loss against the Sydney Ice Dogs, 5-1 last night, and the Melbourne Mustangs are that epic Melbourne derby, the first one for the year, going down to the hands of the Melbourne Ice, 2-1. Rod, your take. Rod Johns, I should introduce first before we get started. Sorry, it's been a real quick opener, but Rod Johns, your thoughts on this game?
Well, the way it goes is like this, mate. If I'm the Mustangs, I've lost 3 close ones. I have to win this game. I have to win this game to stay in the hunt and keep the momentum up. So it's a do-or-die thing for them, I believe, okay?
Yep.
For Adelaide, after a 5-1 loss, they're coming home with their tail between their legs. They're going to want to take the Mustangs out and at least save a bit of face. So that's the way it is.
So your starting goaltenders for this evening's game in net for the Adelaide Adrenaline. Peter King, 6 games played, 2 wins, 4 losses. GAA of 4.04 and a save percentage of .895. And at the other end, Nick Novosedlak, who was quite the star last night for the Melbourne Mustangs. Just the 1 game, the 1 loss. GAA of 2.02 and a save percentage of .944. If you want your tweets on screen, use the hashtag AIHL Game Day and you'll see your name up in lights. Your officials for tonight's game, it's Steve DeWitt in the armbands, Dan Boyd and Steve Setka are your linesmen, and all North American affair in terms of the officiating tonight. As we get this underway, as McMahon throws this one in, Greg Oddie threw the body on him. O'Kane jumps over the hit there of Sean Greer. And out come the Adrenaline through Cole McMillan, second year in the AIHL. Fires, and that one's into the dasher and wide of the net. Turnaround shot there from Casey Babineau, and that one goes wide as well. And away come the Mustangs on the counter-attack here through Pat O'Kane. O'Kane now to the outside. Tried to slide that one through and ends up in the glove of Peter King. We'll have a whistle.
So let's talk a little bit about the goaltending. You had a bit of a touch on, so Novosedlak's back in net for Mustangs, and you're right, he stood on his head, mate. And I think that my favorite part of the game yesterday was in the third period when he stopped Victor, and he just was so pumped after that save on that breakaway. So let's see how he goes.
So 14:28 to go in the first. 3 games in action tonight across the league. Sydney Bears playing the second half of their doubleheader against the Perth Thunder over in Perth. And the Newcastle North Stars up against the Sydney Ice Dogs. We'll keep you posted on both of those games. Right now, Beatty had it poked away from him. Here's Darren Corstens. Forced into the Adrenaline defensive zone. Now here to Morgan McNeil. He fires this one in deep here for the Adrenaline, and the Mustangs will have to go get the puck out. Stringer, who was quite good. That's Matt Stringer for the Mustangs last night, his first game of the season last night. It's shot there from Huxley, and that one's wide of the net. All the way around now here to Babineau. Gets pinned to the boards. There by Sean Jones. And that one shot wide of the net all the way around. Here's Joey Rezic. Rezic now dances on the blue line. Fires one on net, and Novosedlak saw it at the last minute. Not much pace on it, and a pretty comfortable save. And that is shot into the netting. We'll get a whistle.
So, what's your spin on Critchlow? We had a little bit of a chat about him before the game started while we were doing our little technical affair.
Yeah. Well, leading goal scorer so far, 8 goals, 4 assists, 12 points, 4th overall in scoring in terms of totalitarian. But he has been electric since joining the Adelaide Adrenaline. And he's got a point at least in each game they've played so far.
Well, we'll have to keep our eye on him, and so will the Mustangs.
Absolutely. As this one fits in by Babineau. McMillan there with a shot, and that was deflected up high, and Jamie Burke gloves it down. And the Adelaide Adrenaline forced to retreat into the neutral zone. As this one shot off the boards, McMillan throws the body, looking to dispossess Vadim Vyasov. The puck trickles over the blue line, and Belek will have to go and retreat here for the Mustangs. Throws this one off the boards, across to his opposite number, McMahon. There's Burke. He helps this one in, and King is out of his net. Almost slipped on the puck in the process, but nonetheless, Morgan McNeil takes over here for the Adrenaline. McNeil has it now, had his pocket picked there by McDowell. McDowell walking in, feeds it back. They're walking in and shooting, and Peter King had enough with a pat down to deny Brendan McDowell and Vadim Vyasov, who were both lurking on the doorstep. Danger not over, no. Here's Kokanen. Hands this one off. A long-range shot from McMahon goes over the mask of Peter King. And huge hit thrown there by McMillan. Rattled the cage there of Corey String, and they score! McMahon! First goal of the game for the Mustangs. It's 1-0.
Well, what can you say? He was left wide open on the point, and he lets a shot go that beats the goaltender through a little bit of traffic. But forget about that. Look at what happened before that. They were all over them in that end. They couldn't clear the zone, and that's what happens. You can't clear the zone, and you're bound to get burned.
So that's Michael McMahon's first goal of the year. It's the first goal tonight, and the Mustangs, with 12:15 to go in the first period, lead 1-0. Here's Pat O'Kane in over the blue line. Shoots, and it's over the blocker of Peter King. Beatty, hands off now, hit a Parole, looking for O'Kane in front. Bit of time and space. Follow-up drive from McCoy, and that one was saved by King. Graham Charbonneau. Now O'Kane. O'Kane shoots, and King saves. We'll have a whistle.
You know, it's a funny thing. We never talked about this. I said that Mustangs have to win this game, but in order to do that, they have to come out fired up, and you can't say anything but they are fired up. I mean, they've carried a lot of the play. They've boxed Adelaide into their own end, and, well, that's a good thing for the Mustangs and not a good thing for Adelaide.
Correct. As King's shot is turned aside, King's makes the save, turns a shot of Beatty aside, and here come the Adelaide Adrenaline through McMillan. Slides it in front, and great save there by Novosedlak. Has a good move from the Adrenaline, now one-on-one the other way. Here's O'Kane versus Huxley. Got Beatty going to the net. O'Kane slides it in front and slid it behind Pat O'Kane in the end. This one shot the length of the ice. This is going to be icing and a face-off back in Adrenaline defensive territory.
It's funny, after all that I just said about them getting hammered in their own end, and see, one defense gets caught, and all of a sudden it's a 2-on-1. Novosedlak has to come up with a save. There was a bit of a bobbled puck. You don't want that either. So it's all about maintaining your own end while being offensive in theirs.
Here's McMillan now. Flips this one up ahead for Oddie to skate onto, moving in, and Novosedlak comes out and prevents that opportunity there for the Adrenaline. Picked off now here by Babineau at centre ice. Touched in there by Oddie. As it's whipped around, Jones tried to help this out of the zone. Taken over here by Greer. And a battle in the neutral zone. Lazzarotto didn't get any ice time last night against the Melbourne Ice. Here's Babineau. He skates out in front of his own goaltender. Tries to backhand this one. Went straight into the skates of McGuinness. He shoots, and a save there from Novosedlak, and he holds on.
Yeah, it's interesting. Lazzarotto never hit the ice for a shift. So I think he also has a bit to prove, and it's good that they're giving him a go. So it's early in the game. He's had his first shift. Let's see if that line can do something.
Do apologise. That was young Jake Riley, rookie for the Adelaide Adrenaline this year. This one put out now here to Kokanen at centre ice, in over the blue line. Kokanen deals back to his own blue line. Sent out in front. Now here's McGuinness for the Adrenaline. Tried to hit Babineau, who was lurking for the puck. Kokanen picked it off. Back to Burke now. Shot, and that's off the pipe. Well, very nearly 2-0 there for the Mustangs. Fed in front. King comes out, and he covers.
A great play. Kokanen makes a nice little right-to-left move. Burke calls for the puck. He's got it, and he lets it go right away. That's what he's got to do. He's in the scoring zone, takes a shot, and the only thing that saved Adelaide was the post.
Well, obviously, all the talk of this AIHL season was the departure of Wahib Daj, long-time servant of the Adrenaline to the CBR Brave. Hasn't commenced playing with them yet. It's taken a bit of a breather for about 5-6 weeks, then he'll join the team. He's been playing consistently, both north and south of the equator, for 6-7 years in a row. Here's Burke. Turnaround shot, and that one was wide. Most recently, with the Mighty Roos in Romania, part of that AIHF silver medal winning team. As Vyasov gets muscled there by Charbonneau. This one flipped up to centre, and here's McCoy. We had that unfortunate penalty last night in the final 2 minutes of the game, and arguably cost the Mustangs a chance to equalise, but can't blame it all on the last 2 minutes. Plenty of chances earlier for the Mustangs to tie that game. A thrilling one it was. Here's Vyasov in over the blue line. Vyasov pulls up to the top. Vyasov still got the puck. Circle, shoots! And blocked there by Morgan McNeil. McNeil continuing the pressure on Vyasov, who's still got it. Back now here to Bright. Thought about the shot, goes cross ice now here to McCoy with a bit more time and space. Tried to slide it through to Kokkonen and ends up into the opposite corner. Vyasov now still has the puck. Vyasov now. Should have gone probably to McCoy. Charbonneau has the puck now here for the Adrenaline. Just banks this one intelligently off the glass, buys his team some time. Here comes Darren Corstens now for the Adrenaline. Waiting for reinforcements to arrive. His team was in the midst of a change though, and had to go solo as Burke circles back and Bellick whips this one around the boards. And out come the Mustangs out of their own zone. O'Kane on the left-hand side. Chips and chases by Babineau, who won that battle. Here's Oddie in front of his own net. And now here to Greer. Just mishandled the puck. King forced to cover, and we'll get a whistle.
Yeah, Mr. Audie's a well-seasoned player, but that was a ballsy maneuver right across in front of his own goaltender.
We were under instruction to give a wave, so there you go.
There you go. A wave and a smile.
We've got a bit of an authoritarian director this evening, apparently, in the absence of one James Morgan. Here's McMahon. Fires it up now here to Perron. He had his pocket picked. And here's Cole McMillan up to Critchlow. The danger man for the Adrenaline. Icing washed out. There's McMahon. And picked off now here by the Adrenaline. Moving in. Shot! And, well, that wasn't far away there from Casey Babineau. And a good opportunity there for the Adrenaline. Critchlow may have got a high stick, not called. Glove down here by McMillan. He skates onto the puck now here to Critchlow. One-timer, and it's just about half a foot wide of the left pad of Nick Novosedlak. Puck still in play in the Mustangs' defensive zone as Perron throws the body there on McMillan. And Perron, who was one of the better players last night, hands off now here to O'Kane. O'Kane moving in. Intelligent poke check there by Casey Babineau. Prevented his progress. He throws it up ice here to Critchlow. And he starts out with Oddie and Darren Corstens. 10, 11 and 12 on the attack now here for the Adrenaline. Here's 12 in Darren Corstens, but stripped of it there by Matt Beatty. And then over here to Jones. Jones now moving in, slides it through the crease. No one home there for the Mustangs. And chipped over to Joey Rezek, who goes to battle. Now here to Corstens, trying to get through neutral ice. Huxley deep in the corner. 7:03 to go here in the first. McNeil now. And Huxley, long-time defenseman basically in recent years, if you're an Adrenaline fan, with Josh Harding, who's now retired last year. As Lazzarotto couldn't control that pass. Peter King has to come out of his goaltending crease to try and hand it off. Charbonneau couldn't control it. Huxley likewise, as Lazzarotto put the forecheck on him. Lazzarotto did well to win the puck and force it now into Kokkonen as Charbonneau comes to bail his teammate Huxley out. And, well, a little bit of a game of inches there in the corner as no one really had control, but now Damien Bright does and throws it up ice. That's offside. Offside pass will come all the way back and we'll have a face-off.
So, Steve. Oh, Anders, are you back? Good morning from Malmo, Sweden. Cup of tea, an egg and ham, pickled herring sandwich. Hockey on a Sunday morning, life could be worse. Worse than a pickled herring sandwich.
Well,
I can't see it.
He did tweet me a picture of pickled herring, I believe in a market somewhere in Sweden, I believe it was, but yeah, not my cup of tea, maybe yours, Rod. But
well, you know, one has to live on the edge, dude.
Well, I don't know what kind of edge you're living on there in pickled herring. Anyway, Greer flips this one in on Novosedlak, bouncing puck, and hands it off now here to Bellick. Whipped around to Burke, who whips it around the other way. And Vyasov picks it up in neutral ice and hands it off now here to Kokkonen. Out now here to Greer for the Adrenaline. banks this one off the glass. Glove down by Bellick, who lost his edge. And Critchlow pounces on the loose puck. Critchlow moving in. Critchlow with a shot, and he scores! Laser beam from Cam Critchlow, and he's tied the game. It's 1-1.
Well, we did say not 10 minutes ago that Critchlow's the guy to watch because he's on fire. And that was a great shot. Top corner over his glove. See you later, Sally.
Pinpoint accuracy there from Cam Critchlow. Top shelf where Norman Bates, well, upstairs where Norman Bates hides his mother. His 9th goal of the season, the first one for the Adelaide Adrenaline. And he's on 13 points for the year already. So he moves into second, equal second in the scoring race.
So what does that tell you, my friend? Keep him to the outside and don't give him the opportunity.
O'Kane. Riley had him and tied up. And the Adrenaline now with the ascendancy at the moment. McNeil hands off to McGuinness with Riley. McGuinness trying to glide his way through, gets shoved to the ice there by Michael McMahon. And O'Kane goes one-on-one with Huxley. Now a 2-on-1 with Burke. Burke now moves in, shoots, and he scores! Return to sender. It's actually Brendan McDowell, excuse me. And it's a 2-1 hockey game in the space of 30 seconds.
Well, isn't that funny? Because there was a great shot, too. Under the crossbar, over his shoulder. Bingo. See you later, dude. Well, that was another Sally, mate.
So,
see you later, Sally.
Okay, well, it's going to be a new catchphrase for the year, I believe. So Brendan McDowell, 47th goal of his career since joining the league in 2012. Gets his first for this evening. It's 2-1 to the Melbourne Mustangs. And a reversal of the scoreline they fell to last night. And let's see what the Adrenaline have in response. Fast-paced game here at the O'Brien Group Arena. 5:25 remaining here in the first. Beatty banks it off the glass. Out now here to McCoy. Bouncing puck, did well to settle that one down in over the blue line. Here's McCoy, slides it in front looking for Perron. And McDowell has it now for the Mustangs. Back out to the point. Beatty puts it off the glass and into the netting. We have a whistle.
So I actually think Brendan's been playing better this is our 4th game now, and I've seen an improvement in his game from last year. Yeah. So he's been in the play more, and like you couldn't ask for much more on a shot like that. He picked the spot, let it go, and beat him cleanly. So if you're the coach, you're pretty happy. And if you're Brendan, you're even happier.
Believe so, yes. Babineau now retreats over his own goal line. An outlet pass there by McNeil was picked off and fired right back in. King going to have to come out of his net and leave it here for Babineau. Spotted the forecheck of Lazzarotto and starts back out the other way. Here's McMillan. Chipped this one over for Critchlow to skate onto. Icing's negated by the linesman. And a 2-on-1 battle in the corner. Critchlow lurking. Wins the puck now, looking for McMillan. Back out to the point. McNeil straighten out down low here to McMillan. Here's Oddie. We're give and go there with McMillan in the high slot. And in front is Critchlow with a shot. And it's blocked there by McCoy. Critchlow ever so dangerous. Right in front of net. And that's shot the length of the ice. Icing's washed out. McNeil's going to be first back to get it here for the Adelaide Adrenaline. With Jones right on his tail. McNeil did well to avoid 3 Mustangs forecheckers and handed off now here to Graham Charbonneau. Charbonneau moving in. Charbonneau to the high slot. Thought about the shot and slides it wide of Novosedlak. Huxley holds the line here for the Adelaide Adrenaline as they complete their line change. 3:57 remaining, my favourite calibre, and that's going to be a penalty against Graham Charbonneau. As I believe that's Bellick. Oh, yeah, he's not in a good way.
But Charbonneau just lost an edge.
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional, but he had the puck, so.
Yeah.
First power play of the game coming up. Went to lay the hit. Oh, yeah. And protests from the Adrenaline bench. And not something we can really repeat on air, but I'm sure the bleed into the audio probably picked it up. Looks like Graham Charbonneau's a little worse for wear after that.
He's hurt too. That's what I said. He lost an edge, and they just collided at the boards.
Big man, Graham Charbonneau, threw one of the biggest hits in the AIHL in recent memory. I think it was last year where he dumped his man over the boards in Adelaide. It's Vyasov now. May have been season 2015. Have to check the archives in the intermission. Here's Burke.
Where's our stats man?
Oh, he's never coming back, I don't think. Here's Kokanen. to the top of the circle. Down low now here to Jones. Kokinen. Got McMahon on the point. Draws his man, goes to McMahon now. Cross ice now here to Jamie Burke, manning the other point. Now McMahon, Critchlow up high to try and take the angle away. Here's Kokinen, dishes to Burke, one-time shot!
Oh, yes, sir.
And he scores! 3-1, a power play goal. And the Mustangs 3-1 up inside the first.
So Kokinen, you got to watch Kokinen again, okay? He set that up, and everyone was looking for him to take the shot. No one had their eyes on Jamie Burke. Perfect pass, great shot, and it's 3-1.
So Jamie Burke, his second goal of the season, his 100th last night, and that's his 101st. And the Adelaide Adrenaline, they didn't want to be this margin going into the intermission as Babineau had Beatty in the crosshairs. And Beatty saw it coming and evaded the check. Here comes Joey Rezic now. Rezic over the blue line. Rezic still got the puck. And appeals for a penalty there from the Adelaide bench. Not forthcoming. Here's O'Kane down the right-hand side. O'Kane shoots, King the save, and he holds on.
I should say that there was a nice little backhand pass by Aussie Blue Moon. Any news on Jason Backlick after last night? Not since the first goal. He got clipped there.
So there was a high stick there. Just in the slot, not picked. Oh, so that was the Jason Backlick incident. Sorry. Yeah. So that was apparently his MCL was injured. We don't know the full scale of how badly. So there'll be an MRI tomorrow, and I'm sure the Melbourne Ice will put out a statement one way or the other.
Well, I hope that he's not badly injured. He's a great player, and he's certainly an asset to Melbourne Ice.
So he only played 5 minutes, and I mean, with the Melbourne Ice bench, I thought he would, the competition, he'd just been benched by Charles Franson, but he didn't return after 5 minutes after that hit. So Perron ditches this one in deep. Huxley whips it around. Fired right back in there by Damien Bright. Huxley, he got a high stick and a half, and Sean Jones, his Mighty Roos teammate, comes over quickly to apologise. Adrenaline still have the puck, though, as it hasn't been touched by the Mustangs. Critchlow now has to whip this one back. Lazzarato does. And we're going to have a penalty against the Mustangs. High-sticking chance for the Adrenaline to make it 3-2. And accidental high stick there from Sean Jones. They are long-time Team Australia teammates.
Well, it was good again. He went up to him to see if he was all right and apologized. So that was like yesterday with Max and Odyssey.
So we have a look here. It's actually just off to the right of screen. Here we go. Jones comes in, bang. That was up high.
Yeah.
Odyssey and Perron right at the face-off too. That was a pretty nasty one. Is Steve
it was
DeWitt.
a bit like that too, because he was trying to lift his stick and say la vie. Now, I was going to ask you a personal question here. But I might wait till after.
We've got a 4-minute penalty. Blood was drawn. So Sean Jones is going to sit for 4. And the Adelaide Adrenaline with a great opportunity here. If they score on the first one, it cancels out. Goes to another 2-minute penalty. So they have 2 power plays, essentially, should they score on the first one. Here's Rezic. His shot through traffic. Here's Corstens. Cuts across now here, McMillan. Whips it down low. Corstens parked in the high slot. Handed off back now here to McMillan. Looking for Critchlow in the high slot, and he just couldn't get meat on that puck. And the Mustangs trying to chip it out past Babineau and gathered in here by Joey Rezic, taken just inside the blue line by Corstens. Babineau finds Rezic, and in come the Adrenaline yet again. Critchlow just whips this one around. McMillan in the opposite corner with Corstens. And they're here to Corstens in deep. 1 minute remaining in the first period. Babineau did well to hold the puck on the right side of the blue line. McMillan throws it across. Here's a shot there from Rezic. Fed it in front. And Critchlow, I believe, just had his stick lifted at the last moment. And a good chance snuffed out there for the Adelaide Adrenaline. As Peter King, a bit hesitant there in holding the puck with O'Kane on the forecheck. As Babineau gets run there by Pat O'Kane. And they have a little bit of a conversation. Rezic Up through centre. 32 seconds remaining. 42 seconds left on the original penalty. This is picked off at high side. Breakaway developing here for Perron. Short-handed. Perron moves in. Left, right, shoots. And he scores. Short-handed. 4-1 Mustangs.
What? Have a look at this. What happened? Did he lose an edge and almost fall over there?
I think he hit a divot at centre right. You can see it actually from where we are.
Something happened.
But
Not a great play to break the defense. You read that well. He comes in, a little bit of a deke, and bingo. But I'd be interested to see. He literally went down on one knee, had to get back up again and still beat the back checker and to go in and score.
So Maxime Langelier-Perron gets his third goal of the season in 4 games.
Sean O'Kane, a much better start despite this 2 a.m. game. Well, see how considerate we are? We start the game a little earlier for you, Sean.
Just for the New Hampshire folk. 22 seconds remaining in this one. 2:31 remaining on the penalty for the Adrenaline. And King forced to cover. And, well, the Adrenaline really looking all out of sorts here. To be fair, this is going to be an interesting season for them because, I mean, this road trip they've had to do, I think it's the first time they've ever done it. They had the Sydney Ice Dogs in Sydney last night, then they had the Melbourne Mustangs here tonight, and I believe the same fixture next week.
Yep.
So, Babineau now here to Beatty. Beatty moving in, shooting, and a save by King. Peter King, who has faced more shots than any other goaltender in the AIHL right now, well over 200. As McGuinness couldn't strip the puck. Hooking appeal there as King makes another save. That time point blank on McDowell, and the time has expired. And, well, 4 seconds into the new period, according to the clock. And, well, scorer's just a step behind there. Anyway, regardless of that, it's 4-1 to the Mustangs at the end of the first period. And, Rod, your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are if I was the Mustangs, I'd be very happy at 4-1. It could have been more than that.
Yeah.
I think they certainly outplayed Adelaide for that period.
Yeah.
If I'm the Adelaide coach, I'd be wondering what was going on because they have better depth than that, and they shouldn't be hemmed in their own end. They need to control the game better,
Yeah.
and they need to give their goaltender more support than what he's getting.
Yes, it's going to be a telling story as it goes on. As I mentioned that stat earlier, more shots faced. Peter King has faced more shots than any goaltender. That seems to be the theme of the Adrenaline season so far. However, plenty of hockey left in this one. It's 4-1 to the Melbourne Mustangs over the Adrenaline after 1. We'll be back with the second period of play right after this. Don't go away. And welcome back to the O'Brien Group Arena here in Melbourne. Period number 2 between the Adelaide Adrenaline and the Melbourne Mustangs. Mustangs currently with a 3-goal lead over the Adrenaline, 4-1. Rod, your thoughts coming into this second period?
Well, my biggest thought is if I'm the Mustangs, keep rolling at the pace I'm going. And if I'm Adelaide, I need to get the Mustangs in check, like I said, protect my goaltender and start taking it to them.
So 2 other games in progress. One doesn't kick off for at least another hour or so Western time. The Sydney Bears and the Perth Thunder playing the second of their doubleheader. The other one being the Ice Dogs and the North Stars. And that gets underway shortly. So we're moments away from puck drop here in period number 2. And
give me some time to say something.
All right, go for it.
You have a mother, don't you?
Yes, I haven't called her yet.
You haven't called
No,
her yet?
I said it was going to be. She's in Perth, right? So I got the 2-hour window.
Is she listening?
I don't think so.
I would have thought she
I don't
would
think
be.
I don't think she'd listen at the best of times.
Boy. Sure, there'd be a bit of that going on.
So if you want to get your tweet on 3, use the hashtag AIHL Game Day as we're waiting for the water to dry here. There's a bit of a heavy flood from the Zamboni in between the intermission. Well, referee Steve DeWitt says that's time, folks. And the Mustangs will start on the penalty kill. 2:10 still left on the penalty to Sean Jones. That was for high sticking on Huxley. And the Adrenaline, well, they really got to start this period with a goal and get some momentum going. Rezic, cross-ice dump. Corsten goes into chase, but it's whipped right back out of the zone there by Michael McMahon. And icing negated. Obviously, because they're on the penalty kill.
Good pickup, dude.
I just forgot. I thought the first penalty's expired, but it's a double minor. I just froze for a second there. Here's 1:38 penalty here. 14:25 to go here in the second. Here comes Critchlow. Over to Babineau. Babineau now moving in. Babineau with a shot. Oh, hit Novosedlak right in the shoulder. Didn't see it until the last minute. And Critchlow gains the puck again in the corner. And, well, passes like that aren't going to do the Adrenaline any good on the power play as Rezic forced to retreat here with Kokkonen on his tail. Kokkonen had Burke lurking in the high slot, and that very nearly could have been 5-1. Here's Babineau now, back the other way. Babineau just couldn't handle the puck. Critchlow couldn't either, and it's shot back out into neutral ice. Here's Joey Rezic to Casey Babineau. Good pass now here to Critchlow, just couldn't control it. Did well, though, to get it through to Corstens here in the corner. Greer steps on the ice now here for the Adrenaline, and he's straight into the action versus McCoy. Couldn't keep the puck in. Rezic could. Ditches this one out to the half wall. Here's Critchlow. Tried to slide that one in front to Corstens. Critchlow, though, got the puck back. Out of the opposite side here to McMillan. That's Critchlow. Spin through to Greer. A shot. He hit the pipe. Best chance of the power play yet so far for the Adrenaline. It's not over the O as Novosedlak was still sprawled out, had half a net empty. The Adrenaline just couldn't get a shot off. And Jamie Burke starts out now here for the Mustangs. 2-on-1 break, short-handed here with Kokkonen. Burke now. Burke thought about the shot, slides to Kokkonen, he shoots and scores! Second short-handed goal of the game for the Mustangs. It is now 5-1 in favour of the men in orange and black.
Well, it's really interesting because after the first weekend, this line, there was a lot of talk about what were they going to do. They didn't fire, and should they shuffle them around? And I was thinking, no way, man. I mean, at the end of the day, Jamie Burke and Anton with Vadim, they're a force to be reckoned with, and you can certainly see that today. They're lighting it up all over the place, so power to them.
First goal of the year for Anton Kokkonen. His first in Mustangs colours. He had 17 with the CBR Brave, and he has 18 career AIHL goals, 61 points total, and it's the 5th one of the game here for the Mustangs. And we are back to 5-on-5 as a 4-minute opportunity goes begging there for the Adrenaline. Bright. Now here to Morgan McNeil looking for Marcel McGuinness. One half for the McGuinness brothers, Remy being the other. Charbonneau throwing his weight around, front of the bench. Shot out there by Stringer as Critchlow jams at it. Forced now here through to McGuinness and now on to McMillan. McMillan now trying to dance his way past Damien Bright in his 100th AIHL game this evening. Congratulations to him. Moving out now here to Cam Critchlow. who wheels through centre. Critchlow lost control of the puck. The Adrenaline players that have a little bit of handling problems in the offensive zone. A shot there from McMillan. That's off the side of the net. He regains the puck now here in the corner. Digging in the puck there is McNeil. Gets it through now to Critchlow with a drive, and that's into the glass and over the glove of Nick Novosedlak. Jones had his stick up in the armpit there of David Huxley. This one shot back into Adrenaline defensive territory. We're going to have an icing call and a face-off to the right of Nick Novosedlak.
So we talked a little bit about Critchlow. What about McMillan?
Well, before that, if you had to
describe Rod as a sea creature, what would you choose?
Well,
I'd be very interested to know the answer to that.
Well, I think it's a very similar situation to George Costanza. I don't really have I've always wanted to be a marine biologist, but I don't know anything about it. So 11:41 to go.
Let's hope it's a tiger shark or something like that, Timo.
All right, then 11:35. The 4-goal lead here to the Mustangs. Timo put me on the spot. There's a shot through traffic as Novosedlak made the save, and the puck trickles out, and we'll have a whistle.
So while we're pondering the sea creatures,
yep.
What's the deal with McMillan? What do you know about him?
Cole McMillan. So he played last year for the Adelaide Adrenaline. His second season, one of the Prince Edward Island contingent that was brought over, the 4 of them.
Is there anybody left in PEI?
at one stage, it's a shot through traffic and a save there by Novosedlak. And outlet pass here, McDowell to O'Kane. O'Kane over the blue line. O'Kane around the outside of Greer, shot. And that save made there by Peter King. Back out to the point. Corey Stringer puts it on net. Peter King grabs it, and he'll hold on. So, yeah, second-year play. Had 7 goals last year. Got 2 so far on the year. 23 assists last year as well. So, total points, 32 in his career in the AIHL. So, as I said, 4 of the contingent now for the Adrenaline, Prince Edward Island. So, as I say, it's just, the second smallest in the Maritimes, I believe? After
it's be the smallest.
The smallest, sure. Okay, so Newfie would be second smallest and then Prince Edward Island.
I don't know. I reckon that maybe Nova Scotia would be
Nova Scotia?
Small, yeah.
Okay.
PEI is like, if you took 4 people from them, they wouldn't have many left.
the tax income goes into half. They have to declare a recession. Here we go. Here's Greer. Outlet pass now looking for Babineau. In over the line. Babineau with Rezic. Shoots it himself and puts it wide. Here's Greer now. Holds it on. Throws it in front of the net. Novosedlak made the save. Big juicy rebound on offer. No one able to capitalise. It's a big hit there by Critchlow on O'Kane. And Mustangs come the other way. Perron moving in. And on one knee, just unable to control the puck. And he went straight into Peter King. And a little bit of an apology there, but it's back the other way. Here's Greg Oddie in over the blue line. Tried to slide it through to Critchlow. Backhand shot right into the backside there of Bellick. Kokanen 2-on-2 the other way. End-to-end stuff here in this shift. And the shot in front of Vyasov. Had a completely open net. Could have made it 6-1, and he put it wide. Well, the Mustangs cutting the Adrenaline apart here at the back. And, well, that was as good as gold. You would have put the house on Vadim Vyasov to score there, and he didn't. Here's McMillan. Trying to get that through to Oddie. Vyasov has it now, and he's trying to break out the other way as Critchlow tries to throw the body. Kokanen with Burke. Kokanen now. Drops it off to Burke. A shot, he scores! Second goal of the game for Jamie Burke. It's now 6-1. 9:38 to go. And the Mustangs well and truly in control of this one.
Well, and I got to say that Jamie let the shot go right away again. So that's what he's got to do. And if I have one criticism of him, it is that he possibly holds the puck too long and doesn't take the opportunity. So twice today, he had the puck and he just let it go. And he's got 2 goals off that. So that's exactly what he wants to do.
So timeout called now here by the Adrenaline. Coach Sammy Mantier to see what they can master. I mean, 5 goals in the hole, and it's at this stage of the game, it's a tough ask.
I mean, one of the things I should have said at the start of this period is that they had a power play at the start of the period, so it's in their favor.
Yep.
Yes, it was 4-1,
yep.
But still, the idea is to capitalize on that power play, make it 4-2, get a little bit of momentum going, yep. And get back in the game. At 5-1, that's a big ask now, okay?
Particularly when they had the double minor too. I mean, that was a gift.
Absolutely.
Really. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, they're a similar situation as they were with the Ice Dogs last night. Well, they were 3 goals down going into the final period. And the Ice Dogs Well, as we talked about at the top of the broadcast yesterday, they're looking like the team to surprise everyone.
Wow.
I mean, to make that comeback. I mean, they're sitting in third now with that win last night. So
they're a sleeper, and everyone better wake up to them.
Absolutely. With goaltending like Damien Ketlow, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. But also the surprising result last night was the Thunder being down by the Bears in Perth. I don't think anyone picked that either. So here's Babineau.
Has anyone spoken to Stan?
I don't know what state he's in at the moment, but that game's about to get underway over in the West. Here's young Jake Riley with McGuinness. Rookie line on now here for the Adrenaline. McGuinness now shoots, and he hit the pipe. Good chance there for the Adrenaline. Back now here to McNeil with Huxley. McNeil swats this one around. Beatty has plenty of time to gather his thoughts and gather the puck. Critchlow, the lone forechecker there for the Adrenaline. His opposite number, Matthew Stringer, fires this one up ice. Chopped down there out of midair by McMillan intelligently, and Critchlow breaks back in 3-on-2. Here's McMillan to Critchlow to Oddie, and Oddie just couldn't gather that one in.
Well, but again, Critchlow's in the slot and he doesn't take the shot, and he's got a rocket for a shot. Why not take the shot?
Exactly, particularly when you're 5 goals down. Here's Jones, 3-on-2 the other way here for the Mustangs. A shot as King followed the puck all the way, made the save. And away come the Adrenaline the other way. 3-on-1 potentially developing. Here's Critchlow, slides it across. Oddie fanned on it, loose puck in front, and they jam at it, and Novosedlak makes the save. And another great opportunity for the Adrenaline goes begging. Nick Novosedlak standing in the way for the Mustangs.
Exactly what you want. I mean, 3 guys right there, and Novosedlak comes up with the puck. But while they should have scored on that one, if you looked at the one before that, Critchlow's in the slot, and he's got a rocket for a shot, and he passes off to Oddie. I don't get it. He would have been far better off to take the shot and let Oddie drive the net.
Here's O'Kane trying to burn Babineau. Babineau having none on it. The rebound falls out, and McDowell looking for his second, put it wide of the net. Charbonneau throwing the body, and looking like he's putting the rear naked choke there on Pat O'Kane. Play continues, not called there by Steve DeWitt. Corey Stringer. I'd like to see how good O'Kane's jiu-jitsu is. Here's Babineau. Tries to feed this one up, looking for Darren Corstens at centre ice. He gets swatted right back. Perront runs right into Babineau.
Baby.
And a good hit thrown there. Perront lost his stick in the process. Here's Corstens. Drops it off now. Charbonneau in the high slot. And almost had his pocket picked there by Kokanen. Wide angle shot. And a pretty tidy save there from Novosedlak. Picked off now again though. Here's Reddick walking in. Shot it straight into the chest of Novosedlak. The rebound cleaned up by Corey Stringer. And he banks this one out for Vadim Vyasov to skate onto. Icing negated by the effort of Vyasov. Up to the top of the slot. Here's Burke now. Lost control, but regathered it. Shot across near the ice. Here's Vyasov, a shot, and a save there by King. Good stop there from Peter King here midway through the second. Kokanen. And he tried to slip that through to the high slot where Jamie Burke was lurking. And Morgan McNeil was a little too pedestrian. Here's Vyasov, but couldn't get a clean first touch. Vyasov now has it in deep here for the Mustangs. One-timer attempt there by Bright, who was pinching in. Maybe feeling confidence being his 100th game. But with your 6-1 up, why not? Here's Huxley, and the Adrenaline finally start some semblance of a breakout. This one flipped the length of the ice. That's going to be icing. And we'll have a face-off all the way back to the left of Peter King.
Well, look, people would think, why would you do that? But they were rattled. He dragged the puck out, and then just give it a little flick, gets an icing, and it gives them a bit of a chance to get their headspace back again. So power to him for that.
And Casey Babineau throwing the body. That's what the Adrenaline sort of need, that spark. You got to get them going. Got plenty of time. We've seen comebacks of bigger than Lazarus. I mean, last year at the Ice Dogs Mustangs game, where it was a 5-1 deficit to come down and win 6-5.
Yeah. So anything can happen, but they've got to get something going.
Oh, they've got to at least get 2 before the end of the period
and
hold the Mustangs to nothing from here on in. Here's 6:20 to go. And McCoy has it behind the net now here for the Mustangs. McCoy sends it out now here to Bellick. One-touch pass on to Stringer through centre. Stringer tries to get around Greer. Gets the puck in deep. McNeil's back there. McMillan's there to lend him a hand. He whips this one out now here to Critchlow fires this off into Oddie in behind the defence. Oddie moving in, tries to slide it 5-hole. And he scores! Well, I thought it initially saved by Novice Sedlak. Must have just tripled in.
He had that, but I think he didn't pinch it enough and went through his legs. But that's what they need, okay? They got in behind the defense. He was left alone, and bingo, it goes in. So,
I think it just dribbled over the line there from Greg Oddie.
Yeah. If you're a Mustang supporter, you don't want that. But if you're an ice hockey fan, you want a game out of it. So 6-2. Let's see what goes now.
Believe it or not, that was Oddie's first of the year. And 5:53 to go. Just what the doctor ordered in terms of the Adelaide Adrenaline. Now they've got to build on that. They're trying to get back in this one. That was goal number 186 for Greg Oddie, a man who's played 289 AIHL games and change. Here's Babineau with a shot, and that's straight in the chest of Novice Sedlak, and he covers.
What's
Probably more than that, I would say, because the first two seasons, the AIHL stats are missing. Anyway.
Did they went hiding?
Oh, I don't know. It's a great mystery. It's like the H. Newman Reid Trophy. Well, I know where it is, but no one apparently knows where it is.
I think if you're a fisherman.
Yeah, if you're into boating, this moved back out to O'Kane. Here's Corey Stringer.
Maybe the guy who found the Titanic could find that.
Probably a lot less expensive, I'd say. As McGuinness, out to McDowell. O'Kane now trying to move past Babineau. And poked away at the crucial juncture there by Sean Greer, but we're going to have a penalty nonetheless. And Casey Babineau, well, penalty you really had to take because O'Kane was off to the races in behind the defence.
So I was going to ask you about Babineau. So what do you know about Babineau?
Yet another of the Prince Edward Island contingent.
He's not a potato farmer.
No, I don't think so. I'll have to ask him. Actually, no, he's from Nova Scotia.
Ah, okay.
My bad.
Yeah.
So, but I think he played at the University of Prince Edward Island off the top of my head.
Okay.
So that's the connection there. So I'll have to double check that during the intermission. Kokanen. 2 for hooking is the call to Babineau as Vyasov deals it up. And Critchlow now going to go one-on-one here with Michael McMahon, with Oddie going hard to the net. Here's Critchlow. Does a shot and, well, may have been hooked, but play continues. Not in the opinion of referee Steve DeWitt. McMahon.
His stick was hooked maybe, but he wasn't.
Yeah, maybe not on the hands. Here's Kokanen out through centre. In over the line. Kokanen now to the top of the slot. Kokanen still got it. Just delays and waits for players to take their positions. One of them being Jamie Burke, and he has it now. Thought about the shot. Hands it back right to Kokanen. Here's Burke. Plays a cross ice. And a great move. Vyasov missed it. So did Kokanen. And, well, the Adelaide Adrenaline catch a break there.
Wow, I'll say.
There was Vyasov and then Burke who had the chance to pull the trigger. And neither of them could in the end. Greer swats it right back out. Charbonneau looking for the puck. Taken off him by Burke. That was a hook. Not called either. And Burke puts it on net. A turnaround shot by O'Kane. And that was stopped point blank there by King. So this one into the corner. 41 seconds left on the man advantage here for the Melbourne Mustangs. McNeil. One put into the corner. Here to McDowell. Cross ice. Looking for Beatty. He puts a shot on net. It's loose in front, but gathered in there by the Adrenaline and fired right back out. And that was Remy McGuinness who put that in deep. He retreats to the bench. 19 seconds left on the power play here for the Mustangs. 3:30 left in the period. McDowell fired that across ice here to Pat O'Kane. In over the line. O'Kane. And that trickled all the way through there to Peter King, and he was forced into a save, but a 2-on-1 short-handed break the other way here for the Adrenaline. Critchlow fires that through to Oddie, and Novice Sedlak out enough to prevent that opportunity. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey as Babineau steps right back on the ice. Beatty steps around Huxley with a puck, hands it right back off. A shot in of Vyasov, and he just couldn't pull the trigger. Similar situation.
On the other side of the net.
Yeah, exactly right. He had exactly a mirror image of that play and did exactly the same thing. 2:49 to go. Vyasov has the puck now. Back to the point. Here's McCoy. Down low. Here's O'Kane up in the high slot. And a break now here happening for the Adrenaline. Here's Babineau. 2-on-1 break here with McMillan. McMillan was calling for the puck. The puck didn't get through to him. As Oddie skates in on the forecheck. And this one fired out now here to Vadim Vyasov. 1-on-2. and lined up there by Morgan McNeil. Saw the hit coming and pulled out at the last minute. McCoy slipped through as, oh, that was potentially offside. Here's Riley now. Riley moving in, he shoots, and Riley was looking for his first AIHL goal, just sprayed it wide. Critchlow slides it through to Riley, getting some time on this top line. Now here's Marcel McGuinness. Back to the point, fired it to McNeil, tried to slide that through to Riley. And Darren Corstens had it here for the Adrenaline, 1:53 to go. McGuinness back out to the point. Here's Greer. Greer fires, and Novosedlak the save, and they score! Well, again, Novosedlak gets most of it. It goes through in the end, and another goal for the Adelaide Adrenaline. They've cut the deficit to 3, and it's 6-3.
So if you actually were paying attention to the last 3 minutes and counted the number of times that the Mustangs defense got caught, okay, there would have been 3 or 4 2-on-1s and a couple of clear breaks on Novosedlak. So really, in the scheme of things, it's like I said before, you're up 6-1, you got to watch what you're doing, because the next thing you know, it's 6-3, and the momentum starts to shift, and you just don't want that.
Sean Greer. So one of the original Adelaide Avalanche players, one of the last remaining ones, where they were known as the Avalanche in 2007. That was his 21st career goal, his first of this year, and it's the third tonight here for the Adelaide Adrenaline, as Huxley looking to make the hit. McNeil backhands this one out of the zone, but straight to Michael McMahon here for the Mustangs. In over the line goes Stringer, fires it right in, almost takes out linesman Dan Boyd. And Bellick fires it right back in off the glass. Taken control of here by Jones. Puts it back to the point now here to Corey Stringer. His shot is well wide, and his brother Matt couldn't do much with it either. Rezek just leaves it here for Corstens. 2-on-2 break here with McGuinness. Corstens to the outside, shoots, and Novosedlak had the angle covered. McGuinness now with Oddie. Oddie's got it in the opposite corner. Just cycles this one back to McGuinness. He's got a little bit of breathing room, and he's got Babineau calling for it at the point. Here's Babineau, slings one on net, and that's about a metre wide. Greer, the goal scorer from a moment ago, puts it right back into the corner. Adrenaline still have control, as McMillan was calling for it. Corstens now back to Oddie. Oddie muscled off it there, and they've turned the puck over. Good build-up from the Adrenaline, but they sent it begging. 24 seconds left here in the period. One last attacking opportunity potentially. Here's McMillan now. McMillan walking in, McDillon shoots, and he scores! Goal McMillan! It's a 6-4 hockey game. And just like that, the Adelaide Adrenaline back in it.
Well, okay. And what did we say at 6-1? We said we've seen it all, and now it's 6-4.
We've jinxed the outcome, have we? But the penalty coming up anyway against McMillan on that, against Bright on that breakaway by McMillan. We're going to have a power play regardless, but...
So, you got great offense, you're carrying the game, but you can't get cocky. You got to remember, everybody's got to do their job, and if you don't do that, the next thing you know, you're in a situation like this.
Here's Beatty now. Beatty looking for a response for the Mustangs. Okay, shoots and he scores! Instant replay yet again from the Mustangs. It's 7-4. 13 goals in this game so far. And you can hear the cheers all the way from New Hampshire. And with 3 seconds remaining in the period, the deficit back out to 4, right?
Well, isn't it funny? 14 seconds, no one would think he could score a goal, but it just happens, okay? So Mustangs desperately needed that. They need that to get the momentum back, right? And I mean, for Adelaide, it's deflation for sure.
Deficit to 3, excuse me, a little bit of ahead of myself, but we've had 13 in this one. And Pat O'Kane lights it up. And just a long-range shot there from Beatty as Babineau thought about the shot, beaten to it by the buzzer. And a little bit of a conversation by Beatty and Babineau, and everyone's involved here at centre ice. Whether anything more will come of it, we don't know, but I think Cam Critchlow just took exception to the long-range shot. And can't repeat most of that.
What happened there? What started it?
So I think it was that shot from Beatty at the face-off which sort of drew the ire of the Adrenaline players. And Greg Oddie playing the role of peacekeeper there. So we can...
Yeah, let's have a look at this one.
So we have a look. Yeah, Beatty just. Oh, he shot it right at. He shot it right at Critchlow. I didn't see it came off initially because.
Yeah, I don't think he tried to hit him in the.
And then Cam had a bit of a go, and well, good of referee Steve DeWitt to put the whistle away there because Cam wasn't happy, and I think it was pretty justified, the response. But well, bit of fireworks to end the second period, Rod.
Did they call a penalty?
Well.
Or is he thinking about it?
Well, we'll see. He's having a conversation here with
The
McMahon and Cole McMillan. But Darren Corsten's out there, alternative captain tonight. But anyway, the plot thickens. It's 7-4. Mustangs leading by 3 as we head into the third intermission here at the O'Brien Group Arena. We'll be back with the third period of play right after this. Hey, welcome back to the O'Brien Group Arena here in Melbourne for period number 3 between the Adelaide Adrenaline and the Mustangs. Mustangs currently with a 3-goal lead at 7-4, 11 goals in the game. And we saw a comeback of sorts there from the Adrenaline Rod in that second period.
We certainly did, mate. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I was saying before, Mustangs can't sit on their laurels. Everyone has to do their job. I thought in the last 5 minutes of that period, their defense got caught sleeping numerous times, and they paid the price for that. And they actually let Adelaide back in the game. And if it wasn't for that goal with 14 seconds left, I think it would be a whole different affair. So it'll be very interesting to see how Adelaide reacts to that, and if they can carry the momentum forward and get another goal. If they get another goal here, well, dude, it'll be another whole different story again.
So the Adelaide Adrenaline, after that little fracas at the end of the second, will start short-handed. Cam Critchlow getting the gate for cross-checking after Matt Beatty shot it into him after the whistle there, just before the end of the second. So on the back foot to start the third period, not where they wanted to be, but plenty of hockey left. Corstens backhands this one in here to Macmillan. He goes in down the near side, into the corner. His opposite 13, Vadim Vyasov, does battle with him there. He moves this out down the near side as they joust at each other. Slapped in now here behind, playing his Perron, trying to look that one through to Jones, who was sneaking into the back post. And out back to the point. Here's McMahon, throws it on net. King with a pretty comfortable save. And the puck into the corner. Vyasov. Well, this creates an opportunity here for McMillan, who just tried to slide that through and get his penalty-killing unit the opportunity to change up. And Jamie Burke has it in deep behind the Mustangs.
There's still water on the ice, and they're having trouble with it at both ends.
Well, they flooded it pretty badly in the the start of the second period as well. So here's Jones. Dropped it back now here for Vyasov. Vyasov slides it back now here to Jones and stopped again and again. So this is going to be a bit of a theme here as they try the aerial route this time via David Huxley. 38 seconds remaining on the power play. Here come the Adrenaline. Muscled off that there was McGuinness. Did well to buy up just a few other extra seconds off this power play of the Mustangs. Here's Parrott. Got to slap it through there to Stringer. All the way back now here to Beatty. Beatty now. Back to Perron. Perron. Cross ice. McDowell. And Vyasov play a little bit of interchange. Is Beatty with a shot. It tipped in front and a save made by King and set the length of the ice. By the Adrenaline, they change up. That will do it here for the power play of the Mustangs as Critchlow steps right back on the ice and literally takes the puck as before he got both skates on. And he shoots it through traffic. A save, it's loose in front.
Whoa.
And McMillan just couldn't bury it.
That almost looked like it went in.
That's efficiency for you. Cam Critchlow literally, as the door opens, sees the opportunity.
See there?
Jake Riley nearly got his first goal. Had a couple of good opportunities in the second. Did Jake, and off comes the netting. Very nearly into the net. And face off inside, interestingly. I thought the Adrenaline knocked that off, so it should go outside anyway.
Well, they probably said he was pushed into the net.
It didn't look like it. He thought he was just charging right in. But anyway, it matters not. 17:50 to go. Riley dumps this one in now here for McMillan. McMillan just pulls up there and trying to bright back to Riley. Tried to slide it through there to Critchlow, who was lurking in the low slot. And Greer manages to force it right back in the defensive zone of the Melbourne Mustangs. Here's Vyasov looking for Jamie Burke. He gets in over the red line and the blue line around Babineau, but Babineau's stick was the difference maker in that exchange. And he gets it out backhand to Critchlow. To McMillan. In over the blue line. McMillan just fires one on the net of Novosedlak. He holds on and we'll get a whistle.
So, well, dude, we've been in this situation before.
Yeah.
7-4, 17 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
Do you have any words of wisdom for me?
No, I pretty much think it's next goal is the pivotal. Yeah, next goal wins. It's either going to be the sealer or it's going to be the start of a comeback.
I'd have to agree with that, my friend.
Here's Stringer, Corey Stringer, looking for Jones and couldn't do much with it. McNeil, first to the puck. Slips it around now here to Darren Corstens, who I've talked about a couple of times earlier. He's sort of stepped up his game to fill the hole that Wahib Darj has left since departing for the CBR Brave. Both play a very similar style. Small, fast, and great hands. Here's Rezic now. Rezic tried to fire that one in. Adrenaline going to be offside, so they can't touch the puck. Back now here to Sean Jones. And out now here to Stringer. Shoots! And well wide of the net of Peter King. And travels all the way back into the defensive zone of the Mustangs. Beatty. 16:22 to go here in the third. 3 goals the margin if you've just tuned in. Bait to Perron. O'Kane. Left it behind. The Adrenaline don't. And they swoop on it now here through Critchlow. Critchlow in over the line. Critchlow to the net. Gets knocked down there by McDowell on the back check. And a good one. And that broke up that drive there from Cam Critchlow. It's ever so dangerous going to the net.
Yeah, that was very timely because he was just about to let that shot go. Here's
Perron now, just out of reach. Tried to force that one in front, and here's Cam Critchlow again. Tried to flip that one through to McMillan, gloved down by O'Kane. And Sean Greer pokes that one off the stick of Perron, but it falls right now here to Pat O'Kane. And a quick shot there from Brendan McDowell, gobbled up by King. He holds on.
So the loss of Weep Darge, and I know you touched on this, but the loss of Weep Darge would be a big, big deal for them.
Yep.
And one thing we haven't talked about that you and I did talk about was the fact that they were meant to get a bit of a gun goaltender. Not that there's anything wrong with their goaltending at the moment.
Yeah.
That was also a bit of a spin of the cards the wrong way.
Yeah, Tyler Steele was playing for Huntsville in this Southern Professional League. Broke his hand in the playoffs. There's a shot there from Burke. Saved by King. He covers. He was in the SPHL playoffs, which was eventually decided, I think, 2 weeks ago. Broke his hand in the process. Couldn't join the team. He's out. Goaltending your hand is your moneymaker, right?
Yeah.
So that's a big loss. So it'll be up to, I don't have any inside information. I'd love to in terms of what the Adrenaline are going to do going forward. But yeah, it's a tough blow to take too, particularly at this early stage of the season. You sort of planned around your goaltender arriving, and
that's right.
You're going to have to make adjustments. But I mean, Peter King played all 28 games last year for the Adrenaline, so he's used to the workload. As McNeil and a hit of McGuinness, slapped away from him and to his brother Remy. Babineau has it, and Riley tried to dump that one in here for the Adrenaline, but the Mustangs take control. Burke around Babineau and in over the blue line. Burke still got it. Burke getting some close attention, manages to get the puck off now, hit of Adam Vyasov. Slings it around, beautiful Nolan pass, and Kokanen just couldn't bury it.
So did he see him?
No, you just threw it in front. Beautiful. Looked great on camera either. That was a great build-up there from the Mustangs. Almost effortless. Babineau. The hit there from Vyasov. Here's Greg Oddie, who relinquished the captaincy this year. His shot is turned aside by Novosedlak. David Huxley assuming the C for this season. As the Mustang players dig in there between Oddie and McMillan. Back out to the point. Greer. And whipped around by McMillan. Oddie tried to go back to McMillan, but Stringer has it now here for the Mustangs. Turned it straight over here to Babineau, and he goes to his defensive partner, Sean Greer. Already got 1 goal in the game, and he left the puck behind. And this opens the door now here for Stringer. 2-on-1 Stringer, and a beautiful effort there from Babineau. Broke that play up.
That was a great play there.
As Bellick would parked right in front of the net of Peter King. Not what the Adelaide Adrenaline had ordered at all. Critchlow. And away come the Mustang now through Beatty. Slapped it up now here to Perron. He's got a bit of time and space. Perron moving in. Went to pass that off to Sean Jones. And the momentum swings back the other way. Charbonneau. Stolen there by Beatty. Nice backhand pass there to Perron. And Perron returns the favour to Beatty, but he's offside. And we'll have a whistle.
What a great little effort by Beatty, though. Like, he came back and he made a good stick sliding check to pick the puck up and then back off to Maxime to get him going. And then he ends up with the puck again, and if he wasn't offside, well, he would have got a good shot on goal. So I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10 for that little flurry.
As Morgan McNeil had a little bit of a conversation there with Matt Beatty. Sure, that's a continuation of that Critchlow incident at the end of the second period as Charbonneau wins the face-off. He's got the puck now. Charbonneau tried to get that one out to his teammate there, Rezic. as the Adrenaline have the puck. Corstens. Back now here to Rezic, to Morgan McNeil. To Corstens. Turnaround shot, and it was just off the side of the net as Corstens throws the body there. Puck still alive now. Corstens tried to whip that one across to Rezic, and he puts it in behind the net. Bright sends it the rest of the way around. Held in well by McNeil. Managed to get a shot away. Charbonneau with a try. Corstens as well. And it's saved there by Novosedlak. And here's a breakaway the other way here for Pat O'Kane. O'Kane and pad of Peter King proves to be the obstacle. It's loose in front. O'Kane jams at it. It's loose. They score! Brendan McDowell buries the biscuit. It's 8-4 for the Mustangs.
Well, once again, where was Adelaide on the back check? So they left too many people alone in front of the net. That can't happen. Pat O'Kane makes a hell of an effort to get the puck back into play. They can't control it, and everyone's watching the puck, and no one's watching the trailer. So Mr. McDowell scores number 2, and see you later, Sally.
I was waiting for you to throw that one in there. Second goal of the game for McDowell, second on the year. As Stringer gets checked into the Adelaide Adrenaline bench. Here comes Vadim Vyasov, who hasn't got one tonight. Here's Babineau, not played with a high stick, adjudged by the linesman. Babineau just ties the puck in. 12 minutes left. And here come the Adrenaline through Jake Riley. Riley, it's the youth line on the ice, both McGuinness's and Riley. Throws it back there here to Marcel McGuinness. Here's Riley again. Loose in front of the net. Novosedlak hasn't covered, and just out over the goal line. That was a great opportunity there for the Adrenaline to respond. And Vyasov has it now for the Mustangs by Greer. Here's Burke. He shoots, that goes up high. King down low to cover that one. Poking it behind the net. And in front is Burke, and he's put that one wide. There's Babineau getting some close attention there from Jamie Burke, who's done well to win the puck back. Burke picks his spot, and the spot happens to be in the chest of King. It was still loose, and Vadim just can't buy a goal tonight.
Well, that puck was still way loose.
Yeah.
So interesting why he blew the whistle. He must have lost sight of the puck.
Yeah, so there's the shot. Vadim, I mean, Babineau did enough to force it wide, but still, he can't believe it. He's had about 3 or 4 chances to bury it tonight.
Our dear friend Vadim certainly hasn't had God on his side.
Is that a biblical reference I'm not picking up? I don't know. I don't know if Adam's in the Old or New Testament, or maybe it is. I'm not sure.
Well, you need to look that up.
So, here's Babineau. Huxley with Critchlow. McMillan just shots that one out there, looking for Oddie at centre. Taken away here by Critchlow to the outside by Jones. Critchlow still got it. Critchlow. Good individual effort for him. Ends up getting shouldered into the glass there by Beatty. Oddie comes away with the puck and has it behind the net. Feeds it out now here to McMillan. Feeds it in front now here to Critchlow, and he was looking for the return pass there to Oddie. Good setup there from the Adrenaline, unable to finish it off. And McNeil has it deep in his own defensive zone. McNeil to Huxley. Up ice now here to Oddie, with Critchlow going towards the outside. Opts to go to the other side there for Cole McMillan, who throws the body there on McCoy. McMillan throws the check, and the puck gets thrown all the way back here to Casey Babineau. Babineau now, great pass there for McMillan. He's got Charbonneau with him. Charbonneau tries his luck, and that goes high into the glass. And out of danger for Nick Novosedlak. Puck's turned over. It goes out now here to neutral ice, and McMillan helps it right back in and allows himself and Greg Oddie to head to the bench for a line change. 10:09 to go here halfway through the third and final period at the O'Brien Group Arena. Perron skips by Greer with ease, lays it off there for Pat O'Kane. Couldn't do much with it. And this opens the door now here for Corstens with Babineau. Corstens on the outside. Corstens to the high slot. Corstens still got it. He shoots, and fans on it. Got a penalty coming up for hooking. And the Mustangs
are going to the box.
Exactly right. Penalty, I guess you had to take in the end. There's Damien Brighton, his 100th game. Or maybe not. Well, yeah. Well, actually, Corstens could have taken maybe 1 or 2 more steps and picked his spot, but...
Well, again, like you got to watch where you are defensively. So Damien got caught.
Yep.
The other defenseman was crossing over, and he left Corstens open. So you can't do that.
9:49 to go, and a power play here for the Adelaide Adrenaline, and a pivotal one to have any chance of getting back in at 4 goals, a tall order at this stage of the game to try and at least tie it. But we shall see. Here's Critchlow.
Stranger things have happened, dude.
Critchlow hands it back now here to McMillan, puts it in deep. Here's Oddie. Back to Critchlow. Now to Rezic at the point, looking for a shooting lane. Puts one on net, looking for a tip. It's loose in front. Huxley can't finish it. Here's McMillan. Throws it in front. A shot there from Critchlow, and glass luckily didn't break because that had just about every kilometre an hour available in the... I don't know what the metric system is, but probably I'll just take it with that. Poor reference. I'll think of it next time. Here's Huxley. We saw Critchlow shot. Nicholas Dahlberg as well, the Melbourne Ice last night, also has a cannon. So here's McMillan now. McMillan walking in, and Novosedlak pokes that one away. And out now here to Critchlow. 1 minute remaining on the man advantage. As Greer throws this one cross ice. Babineau got plenty of time and space. Fans on the shot, and been the story of Adelaide's night so far. Glove down by here, Greer. Sets it right back up now here for Critchlow. Got to McDowell right on his case. Goes back to Greer, who's got a bit more real estate to work with. Greer now. Some tired legs on there for the Adelaide Adrenaline. Greer. Down low to McMillan. Back to Greer. Looking to offload. Goes cross ice. This is better from the Adrenaline as they build it up. Here's Corstens walking in, and off the skates of Beatty. McMillan has the puck. Back to the point now here to Greer. Controls the blue line. Throws it in front. Looking for a tip. They score! Might have been tipped in front by Oddie.
I don't think Novosedlak even saw that. There was too much traffic in front of him. And that's, again, what we talked about yesterday, okay? If you want to score, make the goaltender's life miserable. Get traffic in front of the guy so he can't see what's going on. I mean, that wasn't a brilliant shot, but it was a shot. And like I said, I think if you ask Novosedlak, all he saw was the back of someone's jumper.
So power play goal there for the Adelaide Adrenaline. As we talked about, it was a pivotal one. It's the second goal of the game for either Greg Oddie or Sean Greer. We'll see who gets awarded that one at the end. Here's Corstens looking for it. So it was awarded to Sean Greer, so that's his second of the game. Here's Huxley. Up ice to Riley. Over the line is Corstens. Going hard to the net there is McGuinness. Corstens trying to win the battle in the corner and get the puck to him. Battling there hard with McMahon. And the puck comes around to the opposite corner. 7:42 to go. Big hit there by McNeil. Lost his footing in the process. Riley sends it back in over the blue line. O'Kane gathered it in. What am I thinking? Pre-US presidential candidates. I don't know. Corstens in over the blue line.
You could be thinking of potato products from Prince Edward Island.
Probably am. I haven't had dinner yet, so we'll think about that later. Here's Corstens through the centre. Over the blue line. Corstens now. Fires. It's blocked up high by Bellick and outside, and we'll have a whistle.
So... 8-5, dude. We're right back where we were again. One more goal here. And once again, it's another interesting affair.
Yep.
So if Adelaide scores, it's 8-6. Sounds crazy, but there's still enough time for something to happen.
Yeah, not a scoreline we're used to seeing here, but 7 and change to go here in the third is still plenty of time. And here's Greer, but it's all about momentum. As that one touched off by Oddie to Critchlow, to McMillan, down the near side. Critchlow goes hard to the net. This one dropped off, and the Mustangs take advantage here through Jamie Burke. Burke now got some close attention there from the Adrenaline forwards on the back check. This one shot up now here to Cole McMillan. Did a good job to stay onside. McMillan's got some time and space. McMillan and appeals for a hooking call there. Bright may have been the offender, but lives to see another day. As this one thrown now here to Huxley. Huxley fires, and a save there from Novosedlak. Got the blocker on it. Critchlow muscles his man into the corner. Oddie now here to Babineau, trying to weave his way through the Mustangs' defence. Puck bobbles up. Babineau's done a good job to keep the play alive, but it spills back out now here to neutralise. Huxley v. Burke. Huxley now took the centre ice away from Burke, who fanned on the shot. He slides it back to the trailer McCoy. McCoy, and a good poke check there by McNeil. And the awareness of Morgan McNeil.
Well, that was a good play on Jamie's part. He saw McCoy coming, but Jack just didn't get control of the puck to get the shot off.
So the Mustangs sitting on 1 point in 8th place. The Adrenaline just above them on 6. So obviously for the Mustangs, they'll go to 4 should they win tonight. The Adrenaline, though, they'll jump a few. They could go up to 4th, as high as 3rd, I believe, depending on the results of the Thunder and Bears game.
Well, like I said, this game's critical for the Mustangs without a doubt. They need to get in the points tally, and they need to get their momentum going. They need to believe in themselves. They got to get a win.
5:46 to go. Down ahead to Charbonneau in front of the net. Charbonneau denied there by Novosedlak. Another good chance there for the Adelaide Adrenaline. Charbonneau. He's actually just had a new addition to the family, Graham Charbonneau. Congratulations to him. I believe only 3 weeks ago or so. Here's Matt Stringer. Leaves the puck behind.
Baby boy or baby girl?
I'll have to. I don't want to assume it's gender.
A baby.
I'll attract the wrath. I'll attract the wrath of every social justice warrior on Twitter. Here's Oddie in over the blue line, fires, and that one's into the chest of Novosedlak, and the crumbs cleaned up there by Corey Stringer. Here's Pat O'Kane in over the line. O'Kane tried to slip that one through to McDowell intelligently, and good poke check there from the Adrenaline, broke that one up. Here's Casey Babineau. Hands it off to Critchlow. This one back in front of the Adelaide Adrenaline bench, all the way back out to centre. Handled off now here by Perrance. Tried to go to the pass here to Brendan McDowell, who's looking for the hat-trick at the moment. As McMillan fired it back out to Oddie and on to Babineau. Did well to control the puck in over the line. Now here's Critchlow. Critchlow, high slot, shoots! And a save by Novosedlak. Loose in front, they jam at it. And Novosedlak covers. And the Adrenaline just looking for that 6th goal at the moment, Rod.
Absolutely, mate. They still have plenty of time. They have 4.5 minutes left. And all it takes is a bounce the right way and the puck's in the net, and it's 8-6. And someone's dropped their sticks. That's bad poetry. Okay?
All right. So I'll have to pay the see you later Sally anyway. So here's Riley with McNeil. McNeil back to Riley. Looking for Huxley up ice, who's they interchanged positions briefly. That's going to be icing, and we'll have a whistle. 4:14 to go, and next week we have the Melbourne Ice and Mustangs Derby number 2 ice home game instalment as far as the fixtures are concerned, and then we'll have this fixture again as we talked about yesterday. So the Adrenaline will be back here against the Mustangs on the Sunday. So quite an unusual, as we talked about the scheduling vis-a-vis last year, was straight up double headers. I mean, also the North Stars had the Adrenaline on the Saturday and they went to Perth on the Sunday, the first week of the season. So
it is weird, isn't it?
Well, something we're not used to. But, oh well, whether it's an advantage or disadvantage for teams, time shall tell. It wasn't for the North Stars on their trip, and it hasn't been so far for the Adrenaline. Kokanen pulls up. And not much on offer. Trotted at there by Morgan McNeil. Back to Kokanen now. Jamie Burke was down low. Here's Vyasov at the half wall. Jamie Burke. 3:20 to go. And Burke, a little bit pedestrian there. The Adrenaline players seem to think this is a power play penalty kill situation. It's 5-on-5 as McGuinness just leaves that one through to Bellick to handle here at centre. And straight back to Kokanen. And now here to Beatty. Beatty walking in, shoots and scores! That is the game, 9-5.
Yeah.
Matt Beatty with the coup de grace of the Adrenaline and its comeback. And that's pretty much all she wrote.
I mean, you said it. They were 5-on-5, and Adelaide was standing around watching the Mustangs skate around them. And then Beatty just walked in.
Yeah.
There was no one on him whatsoever.
Yeah. And
he just put the puck away. So that's the end of the road show, my friend.
Yeah. Well, 9-5. 14 goals. I don't think I've had many games where I've seen that figure.
Compared to yesterday when there was 3.
3, exactly, yeah. So Sean Jones. Oddie. And Jones puts that one into the glass. 2:43 to go. McCoy sends it in deep. Maybe time for a consolation goal here for the Adrenaline. Here's McMillan. Nice pass from Oddie. McMillan in over the blue line with Critchlow trailing. Tried to slip that one through and it ends up back at the half wall. Helped back by Oddie. McMillan flings this one around. Got Babineau and Greer out there with him. Did well to get this. Oh, I thought he was going to get through to Greer as McCoy sent to the ice and...
He's called the penalty. Holding.
And holding the call against Cam Critchlow. Maybe a frustration one at best. And
let's see that
to go.
again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, looked a little bit rattled after that incident in the second period. He had his rhythm in the first, and he just sort of didn't look like the same player in this third period. We have a look. Oh, yeah.
He pulled his head for sure. Yeah, there was no need for that.
Giving him the collar and cuffs, the escort out of the bar at 2 a.m. Here's Beatty.
So
2:10 to go, and most of that will be spent on the power play here for the Mustangs, provided they don't score, of course. Now here to Beatty at the point, and bouncing puck, and that's back over the blue line, and he retreats with this one all the way to hit it. Brendan McDowell. As Pat O'Kane burst to speed in front of the bench. A shot there from Perron, and that was well wide of the net of Peter King. Corstens gathers the puck in, tries to clear the zone. It's held in there by O'Kane. And Corstens just couldn't get that one. Brendan McDowell looking for his hat-trick, and that's just wide. It's loose at the side of the net, and Huxley finally gets it through to King, and he covers.
So it's a funny affair how people don't realize that you and I have a long chat. Oh, Miles, despite woeful scheduling, the Mustangs hockey and Adelaide Adrenaline are staying sprightly on the ice. Yes, they are sprightly, Miles. Some might think others are more sprightly than some. Random stat, Adelaide Adrenaline has conceded 21 goals in 3 games at O'Brien Group Arena this season. I'm sure Adelaide don't want to know that.
No, I mean, that was the 2 games at the hands of the Melbourne Ice in the first week of the Melbourne Ice's season, the second week of the AIHL season, particularly that Saturday game, which was 8-5, I believe, where the Adrenaline came back from the loss on the Saturday. So, yeah, interesting. 4-1 on the Saturday, I believe. So, 1:02 to go, 44 seconds left on the man advantage. Sean Jones. Here's Kokkonen. Over to McMahon. And a save there by King, and it's loose. And taken away here by Burke. Burke now just pulls up. Thrown rink wide. Over here to Kokkonen. Just left behind. And the energy really sort of going out of this game as time expires, as Kokkonen now trying to gain a shooting lane. As Jones now with a shot, and that's at least half a foot wide. 9 seconds left on the power play here for the Mustangs. Burke now, quick shot in front, and for Yasov, probably the only Mustangs player that hasn't scored tonight, couldn't get one.
But he should have had about 5.
Here's Jones. Cross ice now here to Perron. Got Burke trailing. Perron gets checked there by McNeil, and Critchlow trying to look for a late goal here for the Adrenaline, and not going to do it with that. And that will be that. First win for the Mustangs. They take this one 9-5 over the Adelaide Adrenaline run.
Well, look, man, at the end of the day, like we talked at the start of the game, Mustangs had to win this, and they did do that. If I'm the coaching staff up to the halfway point, I would have been happy. But I think that certainly in the latter half of the second period, the Mustangs defensively lost their game a bit and let them back in. Michael Clough make that 22 rather than 21. Well, you might be the new stats man, Michael. So getting back to what I was trying to say, so I'd be happy that I won the game.
Yep.
I needed to win the game, but there are lots of things that probably could have been done better, certainly, like I said, as the game progressed into the third period and that sort of thing. If I'm Adelaide, I would be disappointed for sure. I think they definitely let Mustangs run the roost on the rink. And when they had a couple of chances, like back at the end of the second period, if they hadn't have let that goal in, that would have been a different ball game too. So the moment that happened, well, it took a little bit of air out of their sails. So they struggled to get back in. They did again, but they never really capitalized. And then they ended up standing around a lot at the end of the third period. That didn't help either.
So, to wrap things up here, after 3 periods of action, the Mustangs, with their first win of the 2017 AIHL season, defeated the Adelaide Adrenaline by 4 goals, 9-5, here at the O'Brien Group Arena. On behalf of my co-commentator, I'm Steve White. On behalf of Rod Johns, I'm Steve White. I'm not going to neglect you. Must have been thinking about those pickled herrings anyway.
No, I'm thinking about what sea urchin I am.
All right, well, we'll address that next week as we're back for the second Melbourne Derby between the Melbourne Ice and the Mustangs on the Saturday from 5 p.m. Eastern. And then again, the Mustangs against the Adrenaline, the repeat of this fixture. We'll see you next week.